Let's go to our Pavlos Eleftheriadis, who joins us from London. He's an associate professor at Oxford Law faculty. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Hello.
First things first, how would you describe Greece's relationship with the Obama administration?
Well, it is very good. I mean, Tsipras has gone a long way from since the time he was an anti-American protester, and since he became prime minister, he has seen America as one of his closest allies, because the United States always supports debt relief for Greece. The IMF and the United States are Greece's ally on this. The EU is more skeptical. Obviously, it's their money as well, and they're worried that if they give debt relief to Greece, then Italy, Spain, or others might also want similar treatment. But at the moment, Obama is one of Tsipras's best allies.
Can you just give us the context of what Washington's stance is on Greece's debt situation and why Washington is so keen on helping Greece out with the restructuring?
Well, the long-term outlook of the Greek debt is not great. I mean, there is a demand for 3.5% primary surpluses in the sort of immediate future after 2018, and that's very hard to sustain. The IMF agrees that that's unsustainable. So for the United States administration, stability in the Eurozone is the most important factor. So they don't want another crisis. So that's why they're putting a lot of pressure on the Europeans. And I think eventually the Europeans might do something, although not strictly speaking debt relief. Some kind of restructuring, lengthening of maturities and so on might happen. Tsipras, by the way, is investing a huge amount on this. It's the only thing remaining from his original manifesto, which was anti-austerity, anti-memorandum, anti-IMF. So he's taken everything back, of course. But the only thing remaining for him is to gain some kind of debt relief. So he's putting a lot of political capital on that small victory. If and when it happens, it'll be a great benefit to him internally.
So if Obama is such an ally of Tsipras, why are there protests on the streets of Greece against President Obama?
Well, that's the paradox in Tsipras's government. His party is ferociously anti-American, anti-globalization, anti-EU. He himself has never explained why he had to say yes to the bailout. So his own party is campaigning against the policies. I mean, there is a certain demonology, I suppose, in Syriza against the EU, and says that it's a neoliberal policy. And of course, America, for them, for that party, equals neoliberal policies. I think they're hugely mistaken. They just don't understand the modern world, in my view. So they are still campaigning. Remember also that there is a left-wing, I suppose, tradition of anti-Americanism since the dictatorship of 1967, 1974. That has faded from memory somewhat. So I think the main anti-American protest comes from the right at the moment. It seems to me it's a sort of cultural reaction against globalization, against open societies, against Islam in some respects. So that's why Tsipras has in his coalition partner is the far right, which is an anti-immigrant, anti-globalization, anti-EU party, the Independent Greeks. The Orthodox Church, or at least parts of it, are very anti-globalization and anti-open borders, anti-free trade and so on. So this is a very organized group. Maybe, I don't know if they're a minority or a majority, it's hard to say, but there's a very, very strong anti-American movement in Greece, and there has been for many, many years.
OK, Pavlos, thank you very much for your time.